So what's your first name?
Mark.
Mark, tell us what needs fixing, Mark.
So my knees, 15 years ago I did this knee in skiing,
Right,
and then stupidly doing some DIY and managed to do this one a couple of years later.
right,
I wear straps all the time these days just to keep me
right.
going.
So they're painful
They are.
all the time?
Well, yes, standing up, walking, can't walk very far these
Right.
days.
Okay, right, let's fix this. So, you are spiritual beings, yeah? You've incarnated here in a physical form to have experiences, to learn, to grow, and to express who you are as spiritual beings. The problem is, very rare are the work opportunities that allow yourself to express yourself as spiritual beings. Now all the energy is going, you've got crown chakra here, it's going above and it's going above here. Mark, what's happening for you? What can you feel happening?
I'm getting very hot.
Very, very hot. We've got air conditioning blowing on full pelt. But yes, there's a lot of heat being generated, and the heat is movement within every single cell. For us to be healthy, every single cell needs to take in nutrition, every single cell needs to get rid of waste matter, and every single cell needs to communicate with other cells. Now, we're living in a world that is full of chemicals. You're breathing in chemicals, you're putting chemicals on your skin. If you're using perfumes or makeups, if you stay in a motel, very often they've sprayed an air conditioner, or there's cigarette fumes, or there's car fumes, or there's things in the vaccines like aluminium and mercury. There are so many toxins in our world. There's toxins on our food. How long can this go on for, guys? We've got to clean up our act, yeah? If we want to be healthy, all of humanity's problems, so-called problems, could be resolved very, very quickly. Politicians in England, if you're watching, you need to make Britain great again. And it's very, very simple. You all buy local. Refuse to buy cheap rubbish from overseas. Buy local. Support your local farmers. Maybe bring back the milkman. That might not be a bad idea, would it? Yeah? Yeah, if you all start buying local and you insist on organic produce, what might happen? The power's in your hands. Yeah? Now I'm just going to focus on something about rules. This was a teaching I received many years ago, probably 10 years ago. One of my guides came in and said this. It was really, really simple. In your society, there are two groups of people. You have the people that don't need rules. They don't need to be told, don't steal, don't cheat on your taxes, don't have an affair with your neighbour's wife. Yeah? And there are those people that they don't obey the rules anyway. So why have rules? If one group of people don't obey them, and the other group of people don't need them, why have we got so many rules? Yeah, you've got an extraordinarily large number of rules here, yeah? Some rules are good, like driving on the left side of the road. That's a really good rule. Don't get rid of that one. Wearing a seatbelt, I think that's a good. Not drink driving, there's some really good rules, but there's some really petty ones. Like one of the things that stands out to me like craziness is that $1 billion your councils are now making on parking fees. I mean, you used to get a parking ticket. I arrived just before I came here. I got a ticket from last year. I was here. They'd not been able to track me down, so it escalated and escalated and escalated. Because it was a hire car, £185. I'd only been in a Morrison's car park for an extra hour, so I won't be doing that one again, eh? But there's some strange things going on, strange things. Now, what's happening for you, Neil? Hot, hot, hot.
Hot, cooling a bit, and my
Yeah.
ears are popping a lot around.
Right, okay. So at the moment they're only as far as his shoulders. We want the knees fixing, but the problem may not actually be the knees. Right, so what I'm going to get you to do is just extend that leg first and just see how that feels. Bit better?
Yes, yes, it is.
Try that one.
Better. Yes.
Right then, let's see you walk around.
Yeah.
Right, on a scale of 1 to 10, if the pain was 10 when we started, where are we now?
When we stand up, I can still feel it, but we're at 10, 5.
Cool, right, now, sit down again. Right, now I'm going back here. My little logical brain's thinking I should be working on the knees. Apparently not, it's bringing me back here. Now I'm being told, all right, now, if you were just 18, I wouldn't be telling you this, but you're not, you're a grown man, so I will. Right, sometimes I receive something from somebody who's really, really strongly, and if a kid is under, if they're under 18, sometimes a little bit older, I won't pass it on because the child's got to make their own decisions. I will be too strong an influence on them. But I'm being told that you cannot abide any kind of injustice.
It's very true.
And so where you should be working, and I don't like the word should or must, but where you should be working is somewhere where you are resolving injustice. Because you would be really passionate about that. It wouldn't be like work. You'd be dead every day feeling fulfilled, not knackered.
Yeah.
Yeah? And so your legs, usually legs is about standing up for ourselves. His legs is because he's not standing up for others, and his heart desire is to stand up for others.
Sounds reasonable.
It's true, isn't it?
It is.
As you can see, if we can get a camera on my arms, when spirit talks through me, when I work as a medium, like in New Zealand, I'm probably best known as a medium because I've got a TV series doing mediumship. Lord knows what the Skeptic Society would make of that one. But the hairs on my arm go on end. I can't make myself do that, so when spirit talks through me, and it's something important, and so there may be a change in direction for you. All right, you've got free will. I'm not telling you what to do with your life. If it all goes to don't blame me, what Jeanette Wilson said, but they're bringing into your awareness that you can't stand any kind of injustice, and so where you would be well placed, it would be resolving that for people. Right, now try walking again, see how that feels. How's it feeling?
That's much, much, much better.
Right, give us a scale. We started at 10, where are we now?
Down to a 2.
2. Right, let's get it to 0, shall we? Isn't it exciting? Right, this, in my experience, this works for all conditions. Occasionally I'll meet a person it can't work for, but it will even work, as we've heard already tonight, for skeptics. You don't have to be, it's not faith healing. It's not faith healing. You're made of energy. There's some high vibrational beings that you can't see that have a really good intention to help humanity. They work in accordance with God's will. Now what's happened now is I've had a surgeon's hand go in Mark's chest and over to the right. And this is to do with finances, it's to do with a task, which is to create a fair and just equitable system where people have financial security. Wouldn't it be nice if we lived in a world where everybody had financial security, nobody needed to live on the streets? You've got a particular affinity for the homeless?
Not that I knew of till now.
No? Okay. Is it then that it's more about financial security, helping people have financial security?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, yeah. Because it's very important. It's very important that we have that. If you have financial security, then you're free to do what your heart desires in terms of what is right within you. I don't mean necessarily lay on a beach for the rest of your life. Yeah? But if you don't have financial security, if you have to do things for money, you can compromise yourself, you can go against your own soul, and that will result in health problems. Now we're on to the legs. About time, eh? About time. channel now downwards. Cool, feels good. Yep, another walk. Was that little chuckle we just had?
Would you like me to dance as well? Brilliant, thank you.
That's good. All right. God bless.